soon we have Second Sight's Picnic at Hanging Rock, don't we, Mark?
Yes, we do. The immeasurable, immortal, enigmatic Picnic at Hanging Rock. Peter Weir's 1975 masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. It's a very, very strange film, though. Not quite as on a level as Cronenberg's Naked Lunch, but it is a mystery with no resolution. And how you feel about that is purely what you're going to take away from this film. For those of you that don't know, it's 1900. It's a girls' boarding school in the outback in Australia. On Valentine's Day, they go for a picnic to this infamous geological outcropping, the titular Hanging Rock. And while they are there, 3 of the girls and their governess disappears. And the film is the fallout from that. Possibly the book and the story behind the film is almost as interesting as the film itself. It's written as if these events were real. The author strongly, she all but came out and said it was true. She didn't deny that it wasn't. And so for years, many people thought that these were historical events. Nothing of the sort. All just completely made up. But the film is all about mood. It is all about atmosphere. It is all about the impact on everyone else of these girls going missing. But it is more about the location, the landscape, the time. It is Australia at that time. It was the year before Australia was formally recognized as a single state. All these things go into it, and it is more about humans need to understand and therefore be master of their own environment and destiny, and what happens when that ownership simply isn't there. It is very slow. It is very languid. For some, it will frustrate and annoy. For others, it'll be the masterpiece that many people say it is. I'm erring towards the masterpiece. So I'm not 100% sold on the 10 out of 10 of it yet. There's a few. I can't help it. I am exactly what the film is poking fun at and critiquing. I want to know. I need to know. God damn it, what happened to them? But there's no denying sort of the power of the film. It's shot spectacularly. It won a BAFTA back in 1977 for its cinematography. It's dripping in this dreamlike sense of another world, another time, and it is probably a one of a kind of film. So Second Sight, yes, they're on a roll. They've smashed it out of the park recently with their 4K box sets of Martin and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and now we have this. It's a tale of two halves, I think, in the box set for me. So first things first, it's got a brand new 4K restoration on, which is causing some kerfuffle, shall we say, over in that there Tinternet land. It's a Peter Weir approved master that has been sent to Second Sight, but let's just say Peter Weir has enhanced some of those woozy visuals with a dose of DNR, and it's caused some scenes to go a little bit woozy, a little bit way, a little bit smeary. Now, apparently, that's Peter Weir approved, all baked into the master that was sent to Second Sight. The rest of the 4K restoration, though, looks absolutely superb. It's got rid of that sort of really thin, weedy contrast ratio that the Criterion release had, and now you've got some proper dark blacks, you've got some proper bright highlights. The rest of the picture looks great. It's this use of DNR, which is just a little bit... we're not talking Terminator 2 levels here, not by a long shot, but it's just one of those where you think, why? It's not blanket, it's not over everything. Why there and not there? Why there and not there? However, Second Sight have pushed the boat out in terms of the rest of the package. You've got the 2 cuts for starters. So I believe you've not been able to get both cuts available in the same package for, well, ever. Certainly in HD. So you've got the director's cut and you've got the theatrical cut. The director's cut is 15 minutes-ish shorter than the director's cut and than the theatrical cut, and is actually better. It tightens things up. Each cut gets its own UHD disc. There is a raft of extras. There is a 2-hour-long making of. There's a brand new audio commentary. There's brand new interviews. There's legacy interviews. There's a copy of the novel thrown into the box. It looks absolutely superb. However, and here is the rub, it comes at a cost. Now,
70 quid.
Look at Martin and you look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those were big boxes that were coming out at 50 quid. This box is 70 quid. And for me, there's no justification. There's no justification for that extra 20 quid. Martin had a soundtrack CD. This has got a novel. Texas Chainsaw Massacre had this massive 190-page book. This has got a book in it, which we haven't seen, but it's nowhere near that. So, there's a real sense of why is this limited edition 20 quid more? I can't justify it. And if I hadn't already got the check discs, thanks Second Sight, this is one where I would not be stumping up for the limited edition. I just can't see the value in it. Even the standard edition is fairly high. It's $29.99, which I think is still 5 quid more than what the standard editions of Texas Chainsaw and Martin were. So this one has got a real price bump, which feels a bit out of whack. But overall, it's another handsome, lavish 4K restoration of a classic film. Slight issues with its picture quality, but overall, I can't. I think Second Sight are absolutely smashing it out the park so far, and I've got my fingers crossed for the Hitcher at the end of this year. Ooh, please, Second Sight, let's have some of this. So
I've been talking about that for so long.
One day.
Just imagine when it's released if they drop a bollock on it. Oh god, the internet will just melt.
Yeah,
but it's solid set,
and that's coming out early
1st of May.
1st of May.
May.